Hello everyone, and welcome to a new type of video that I am introducing to this channel called PSVR News, or maybe News Roundup, something. How about this, I'll let you guys suggest a title for me. You can put it in the comments, and bonus points if it's got sexual innuendo in it, okay? You might have guessed it already from that intro, but this series is going to be about PSVR news for the most part. So anytime some news drops for a PSVR game or a piece of hardware that gets me hard there, I might pop onto YouTube and tell you all about it, because you need to hear about it. Speaking of things that increase the blood flow to your nether regions, the big news today is about an Australian website that published an article about their hands-on impressions with Blood and Truth, which is of course my second most hyped game of 2018 and is being developed by Sony London Studio. So apparently there is, or there recently was, a preview event going on in London, and that's where this guy was able to get this information from. So the website itself is called pushstart.com, and I'll link that in the description so you can go take a look yourself. But to go over it here real quick, the guy who played it gave it a really glowing impression. You know, he's really happy. I mean, just the title of the article itself is more than just a tech demo, which is probably a wink to the fact that London Heist, which is Sony London's previous game, was way too short and felt way too much like a demo. So the author compares the game favorably to the likes of John Wick, James Bond, and a Guy Ritchie film. And if you don't know who Guy Ritchie is, he's that fellow who makes those English gangster films, you know. He also drops a huge piece of news by revealing that Blood and Truth is a 6-hour long game. So that might not sound like an awful long time, but if London Heist was a 6-hour long game, I can guarantee you right now it will be considered PSVR's best game, even today. So that's not all his preview tells us. There is one paragraph that sees him talking about Blood and Truth's unique locomotion system. So I've talked about this before, but it's not free locomotion, and it's also not teleportation. It's like a node system, so you pick where you go and then the camera dollies to that position. And I believe you can shoot. You're still in control while your character is automatically moving there. So according to him, it's a good choice for the game, and it felt right when he was playing it. So he also mentions that he squandered the opportunity to sneak in and out of an area, which I think it's safe to say that we can infer that means, you know, that letting your guns do the talking may not be the only way to progress in this game. So there's more playstyles here than I was expecting, which is welcome in my book. That's pretty cool. That's going to add some replayability. So next up, he talks about something that got me soaking wet, absolutely drenched. I'd get pneumonia if I didn't dry myself up quick. And of course I'm talking about gun tricks. So not only can you do the physics-based tricks, something like, you know, throwing the magazine in the air and catching us in the well, which you could do in London Heist if I remember correctly, the devs have actually gone to the trouble of adding in a gun trick button. So if you hold down triangle on your gun hand, that'll loosen your grip on the gun, so the gun kind of just rests on your fingertip, and then you can spin your move controller around and have the gun spin in the game. So that's right, this game lets you be Revolver fucking Ocelot. 10 out of 10, game out of the year 2018 right there. That's pretty much all the juicy details from that preview, but the strange thing about it though is that I couldn't find any other preview articles about the event in London. Well, now in fairness I didn't look too hard, just some brief googling, but maybe this guy broke an embargo or something. Maybe he wasn't supposed to talk about it, yes. Maybe it's got something to do with time zones, it's an Australian size, I don't know. But that means there's a good chance there'll be more of these preview articles come out. So if more do come out, and if they reveal new things that this guy didn't talk about, I'll be sure to make another video discussing that shit with you guys and updating. Okay, so at this point in the video, you've heard about Blood and Truth. You're drying yourself off with a kitchen towel, and you're thinking to yourself, well, he's got something else to talk about. This pumpkin freak is going to somehow try and top that. There's no way he's going to top that. And let me tell you something, pal. You're absolutely right, because my only other piece of news is about some American football game coming to PSVR called, and wait for this title, it's a good one, 2MD colon VR football. So right off the bat, it's got a real catchy name that everyone's going to be talking about. And I actually looked this up, and I believe the 2MD part stands for 2-minute drill. So I'm not sure which is worse, abbreviating that or having it fully out there like that. Either way, I think it could have been omitted from the title altogether. Just VR football. Just VR football would have been fine. But anyway, you can only play as the quarterback position, which is handy for me because that is the only position I have ever heard of in American football, thanks to movies and whatnot. You make the plays, you throw the ball, and you score a home run or a slam dunk or a touchdown. Some American nonsense like that. So the official website says that it's coming soon to PSVR. So be on the lookout for that one if you are a fan of egg-shaped balls. Now, on that bombshell, we'll have to end the video. There was only 2 items on the agenda today, but at least one of them got me off. And I hope I was able to get you guys off too. Because listen to me, all I really want is for all of us to get off together. Okay? Anyway, thanks for watching the vid. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, share. Just do all of the things, okay? Thank you.